Smart Sound.
Welcome back to Game of Course. I'm your host, J.Neal. Again with me is two-time Legacy Classic champion Patrick Simpson and our basketball expert, Robert Lamkin. Okay, so the league actually implemented some new rules last week. Patrick, how do you think those players actually felt about the rules being in place?
Well, first, I'd like to congratulate the league for implementing those new rules, and I think the players abide by those rules perfectly.
What about you, Robert?
I think they did a pretty good job. There weren't too many violations. I think they did a pretty good job for the most part.
I was most impressed about the shot clock being used very wisely. So hopefully the rules will be in place and they'll keep going for the league. So good job for the league for implementing those rules. All right, so let's get down to business. Actually, what you guys have been waiting for, the rankings. So we're going to start off with telling you guys who actually made the rankings and who actually fell off and didn't quite make the list. All right. So coming in at number 10 this week, we have a new entry. Freddie. Patrick, how you think Freddie played last week?
Well, I think he did a good job. You know, he's a floor general, and but his shot was really off.
He was very off
if
last week.
but if he wasn't hitting that shot, he was making sure his players got in place, and he set them up perfectly.
Yeah, he really showed that you don't have to make shots to help the team win. He did everything else that he could.
Coming in at number 9, we have another new entry. Ricky. Ricky was kind of spotty last week. I guess that's how you can describe Ricky in a nutshell.
You know, I like Ricky's game. He's like what you have a workhorse. He has that energy. He has that battle. You don't have to tell him to hustle for nothing. He gets the rebound, and he just gets to the board real quick.
He's another one. I don't think he knows the on and off button. Sometimes you want him to.
Yeah, sometimes that on and off button is a curse, but sometimes that on and off switch is good.
When they're good enough for him to make the list, that's number 9. So.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job this week.
Coming in at number 8 is another new entry. At DeMarcus. DeMarcus actually played pretty good last week.
Yes, he's a good floor general. When I was out there, I love playing with him because he sets people up in the right spots, and he executes real well out there on the court, and he got a good jumper.
Yeah, he really has a very steady game. He knows what he has to do.
He's balanced.
Yeah, very balanced.
Okay, coming in at number 7, we have Jared. Jared actually fell down three spots from last week.
Oh yeah, that's a big jump.
That's a big negative to his game. I don't know what went wrong last Wednesday, but he needs to get it corrected.
Yeah, I think he played pretty balanced last week. I just think
yeah, he played his regular game, but you know he was missing some stuff. He looked like he didn't have that battery that Wednesday that he usually has.
Might have been it. Coming in at number 6, we have Nate. Nate actually fell down 3 spots this week as well.
And they're all falling. This isn't good. The more we properly get them, seem like they're just falling.
They're just falling slowly, quick and slow. That's the league we live in. You know, once you don't do good, somebody else will come in there and take your spot.
Could it possibly be that maybe there were more players that actually came into the league last week?
Oh yeah, it was some more good talent that came into the league last week, you know, and they got to step it up if they want to survive out there with the Sharks.
They don't get stage fright.
Don't get stage fright. That's not good.
Okay. Coming in at number 5 is another new entry, Mr. Sly.
Well, we didn't really talk too much about Sly last weekend because, you know, he wasn't really there. But this week, he came out and showed why he does what he does. He did a good job. He hit his shots, and he facilitated the floor.
Yeah, I was watching the game, and I was like, who is this guy? I've never even heard of him.
He did enough to make number 5 and actually beat out some people that were actually
he's in the top 5?
Top five.
Oh, he made up for that last week.
Oh yeah.
He made up tremendously. He must have had a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Beat out some folks over there last week.
Better be
so.
watching out, Nate.
Ooh. Nate. Okay. Coming in at number 4, I actually have Floyd. Floyd actually fell down 3 spots.
Whoa, our MVP.
Our MVP
Last
fell
week,
down?
He came down 3 spots.
That's not a good look.
J.Neal,
Floyd.
tell me about this. This cannot happen.
That's what it says. He came down 3 spots.
You sure that's what it said?
That's what it says.
Well, like we said before, it's new talent out there, and he messed up. He got to step his game up.
Yeah,
You know,
he struggled.
I just that really just what pisses me off. He was the MVP, and he falls 3 spots down. That cannot happen. I can see 1 spot down, but 3 spots, he wasn't on his game.
Maybe a lot of competition and maybe.
Hey,
Built into that.
if you say competition, that's what we come out here to
Yeah,
play for is competition.
This is a competition. If you want
So-
to be MVP, you got to work hard and all these
So
other people on
what
the
you're
list.
trying to tell me, J.Neal, is that Floyd only plays good against weak sauce, not good competition?
I don't think what I'm saying.
That's what you said.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to get at is that maybe more competition maybe caused the rift of the fall.
See,
for
you
him.
just said it again,
So-
competition.
so
So the
you-
last week's competition wasn't that good.
So are you saying that he's just not as good as we thought he was?
No, I mean there was there was more bigs that were there that last week than
But
there this week.
he was the MVP.
Okay, so let's put this in for discussion. Okay, so we have the bigs that we'll have. I'll tell you, we have Ricky, we have Floyd, we have Jarvis, and we have Jared. Those are the main, and actually Big Marcus. Those are the top 5 the bigs that are usually there.
And I think you beat him out 2 weeks ago. So there's no excuse.
So after all of those 5, okay, who would you rank as number just not even for last week? Who would you say is the best guard, the best big man in the league?
Well, so stats show that Floyd was the best man in the
Not
league.
even stat wise. I mean in general, like if you had to stack your big man, you're looking for a big man. Who would you say is the best big man in the league?
Fundamentally, I would have to say Floyd. That's
Okay.
why we don't like that he's dropped down so much.
Okay.
I'll have to say number 1 is Floyd, and number 2 is Big Marcus, and then number 3 is Jared, and number 4 is Ricky.
Okay. So
Ricky number 4 because let me tell you something about Ricky. If Ricky had all those abilities that the top 3 I just named, he'll be number 1 because he has the engine and the motor for it. But he doesn't have that, so that's why he's gonna be a number 4. But besides that, Floyd's number 1, and Big Marcus number 2, and Jarvis is number 3 on my list.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that list.
So that's why I'm so upset that the MVP 2 weeks ago has failed 3 spots, not just 1, 3.
all I'm trying to get at is that it's more competition, so it's harder to gain or contain the top spot. That's what I'm saying. It was more competition at his level than it was last week.
Well, all I gotta say to Floyd is, if you want the MVP spot, you better fight for it because it's sharks in the water and they bite.
Yeah, and they smell the blood.
Not too much. But off that subject, we're gonna keep continuing on with the power rankings. Coming in at number 3. Renzo actually fell down 1 spot this week.
Okay, I can be mad at that. He had a really great week last week. You know, I want him to stay where he is, but I'm not too mad about this. He's dropping 1 spot.
Rizzo is one of those veterans, the savvy veterans. You know, his game never changes. His game never weathers. And like I said, with the last topic we was talking about, he only fell 1 spot. Floyd fell 3 spots. Hey, I ain't gotta say no more.
Still top 5 though.
Rizzo looking like he's climbing up for that MVP spot.
I wouldn't argue with that. So we can continue on. Coming in number 2 is another new entry. Trey.
I like his game. He's a new young player, and he got a good shot on him.
Trey actually had a tremendous week last week. I'm pretty sure we'll hear more about him in the following week.
If he stays with it, he can be up in there for top 5 spot easily.
Well, he is. He's number 2.
Oh, he is number 2?
Yeah.
Well, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Trey. I was down your game.
I think you're taking a nap there, Patrick.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Look, man, I've been out of the league for I don't know how long. I don't know some of these players.
I think he got his notes upside down.
Wanna turn that on?
Hey, man, don't touch my notes, J.Neal.
Okay.
Just
All right.
continue,
My
continue,
bad. Okay.
do what you do.
Anyway, coming in at number 1, we have Big Marcus. He actually kind of jumped up four spots.
I was just talking about young fella last week, and I liked his game. And I seen he had the MVP status. That's why I got so mad at him.
I think he actually heard you and took a sensitive to the fact that you were actually
Yeah.
dogging him last week. And he
Yeah,
actually
I
came
told
out
him to get in the paint, and I
stepped
seen
up.
a lot of more paint shots, and I'm proud of him. Keep it up.
Yeah, he really showed you that he can go up there and he can battle with the other bigs.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay, so there you have it. Was our power rankings 10 through 4. I'm sorry, 10 through 1. All right, so we're gonna get into the weekly awards. So let's get right into it. We're gonna start off with our best guard, and our best guard goes to
Yeah, Trey, he really showed us how good he was this week. He really shocked me about how good he did. I think he earned that best guard.
I do too.
Best guard,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Is that the position you think he's gonna spend his rest of his career in?
Yeah, I mean right now anyways, that's what he is. He's a guard.
He is too big to be a guard. He could be a shooting guard or a shooting forward, but not no guard.
You just say he could be a shooting guard. A guard.
A guard, shooting guard. He don't facilitate. They got him down as the best
It doesn't
guard.
say best point guard, it says guard.
What I'm assuming is he's the best point guard.
Well,
You
that's
just
what
put the
you're
point on it.
assuming. They're not saying
Well,
point guard. They're saying shooting
Well,
guard.
to clarify, the guards are into one category. So you have
Yeah.
the guards, the shooting guards, and then you might put a small forward in there. But I think you'll put a small forward with a big. But
That's why I think he should be a shooting guard or shooting forward, not no guard. He's not.
so you think Trey plays more as a big man to forward?
Yes, it's way more better guards on here that can control the pace of the game.
I disagree with you. I would, if I was look at Trey's game, I would say Trey plays as a guard.
Well, both of y'all are wrong. You got the analyst right here, and you got the NBA expert. Both wrong. I know what I'm talking about. I've been out there, and I don't see him as no guard. He don't know how to facilitate the floor right. He doesn't.
So what do you think he does good?
Yeah, you just said
He's a shooting forward. He shoots and post up. Well, he doesn't post up, but he shoots. He's just an average player.
Well, to me, a guard.
He's a body out there on the court that you need that is good. He can get you buckets, but he doesn't facilitate the floor.
That's true. We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
Look up his assists. How many assists did he average?
Trey at the last week and in one game alone had at least 4 or 5 assists.
I would like to see that paper. Show me that paperwork.
It's in front of you.
I don't see his name.
Again, we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
Okay, move on.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go into the best big man, and the best big man goes to Big Marcus.
Well, I'm glad he got that spot. I told him to work on his game in the post, and he came through. He made me proud.
Yeah, he really did. You look like a little you out there.
I would say all that. I would say all that. But he made me proud out there. He listened to what I had to say, and he did his thing. Cause he built too big to be just shooting threes.
Yeah.
That was my biggest critique of Big Marcus was that he's too big to be trying to shoot all the time.
I mean, he can make the game way more easy on his teammates and himself if he just getting down there in the low post.
Hopefully it's not a 1 week thing where he does this week.
Yeah,
and
young
then
fella,
he
don't let it
turns
be
back
1
and
week.
does it again.
Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing.
Don't digress. Progress.
Nonetheless, you are Big Marcus won the big man award, so can't say too much about it. So there it is. All right, so our next award goes to the best passer, and the best passer went to Sly.
Well, Sly is a sly passer. Don't you agree, J.Neal?
Fits him right well.
Yeah, I like that. And He's a really good court general out there. He reminds me a little bit of AI.
Ooh, I like that. AI.
Yeah.
I was feeling a little bit more Rondo.
Rondo, yeah.
That's a better one for it. He sees the floor. He gets the big man involved. I like that about
Yeah,
him.
for sure.
It's not so much of
And he listens to his big man. He knows how to. He reminds me of Mike Conley coming off that pick and roll. He know how to do a pick and roll real good.
He's the best pick and roll guard we have in the league.
Yes.
Mm.
He knows he don't try to command all the defense on him. He takes the pick and roll and he operates off the pick and roll.
Y'all feeling a little John Stockton in there? Is that what y'all
I will give
A little
him
bit,
that.
yeah. Little John
Pick
Stockton
and
and the
roll.
Karl
Yeah,
Malone.
yeah.
He knows how to work that. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good analogy, NBA expert. I like that.
That's what y'all.
He still ain't finished about that best point guard.
We get to that later.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, we'll go back to that because I see there's still some bad blood with that category. So we'll get back to that.
I just don't see it.
We'll get back to it. We'll get back to
Just
it.
don't see it.
We'll get back to it. All right. So coming in as our best shooter for the week, we have Trey.
Well, I already disagreed on him with the point guard, but shooter, he can shoot. I like his mid range. He got a mid range like Rudy Gay, and or Dwayne Wade. He reminds me of Dwayne Wade. That's why I say he should be a shooting guard instead of a point guard.
Yes, I see how you still slip that in, but
Yeah.
okay.
You think I let it go?
Can't let it go.
I just don't see it.
What is the okay? We're gonna stop. We're gonna because I see it's on your mind. So even if we're grouping the shooting all the guards together.
No, I like to hear what NBA expert had to say about his shooting first before we go back into the guard position.
Okay, we'll stop. Okay.
You just can't stop the NBA expert when he has his expertise.
I wanted you to get it off your chest.
We will get to that. We will get to that, J.Neal, when we get there.
Okay, well, so you're still a little testy.
Yeah.
So we'll get to you, Robert. Robert,
Okay.
How do you feel about Trey winning this week's best shooter?
Oh yeah, he did a tremendous job. He had a good shooting percentage. He didn't take bad shots.
Mm-hmm.
It was really all around. He didn't
He didn't
fall
force
up. Yeah, he didn't fall in love with the three. He didn't try to drive it all the time. He had a very even game.
So
He could be in the best category of pull-up jumpers, like Paul George, Dwayne Wade, all of them, the great pull-ups.
So right now, we're gonna get back into the awards. We're gonna skip because I want to get back to the best guard. But right now, we're gonna keep going. So we have the best team, and the best team goes to the young guns out there. It was Big Marcus's team.
Excuse me, J.Neal, I
Yes.
think you forgot the best rebounder.
I did.
Oh yeah, she sure did. How can you skip that, J.Neal?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So we'll back up a little bit. Best rebounder went to
Floyd.
all right.
Tremendous rebounder. He's a workhorse on the glass. Real workhorse. I think he could get a little better with the offensive not put back, but rebounding.
Yes, he can get a lot better with that. He reminds me of Antis, Antetokounmpo. You know what I'm saying?
Kumpo.
He's not that long as him, but hey, you can fool me out there. He get them rebounds real quick. And one thing I have about his game, but that I don't like about his game is he misses a lot of easy layups, easy bunnies. You can't have that as a big man in the paint.
And sometimes I think that he looks for the other person once he gets the rebound, take the ball off the court. Every once in a while, you try and run the ball up the court a little bit,
Yeah, one thing he needs to work on is he needs to call for the ball more instead of expecting to give it to him. So they can hear you out there on the court. You just can't expect just because you're one of the best big men out there that you can just get the ball. You got to call for that sucker.
Yeah, don't be like Dwight Howard.
Yeah, don't be Dwight.
I'm pretty sure I'll relay that message again to Floyd. But he did get the best rebounder of the week. So
Oh yeah, he deserved it.
He deserved
We'll
it.
get
Well
that.
deserved.
We'll give that to him. So as we're going along, we'll go ahead and go back into the best team. I kind of jumped the gun. So the best team went to the Young Guns that were there at the league of the court last week, and that was Big Marcus, Dan, Ant, and Don. They actually beat some
Whew.
veteran teams last week.
Hey, that squad out there remind me of the OKC Thunder. With James Harden.
With James Harden.
With Jeff Green.
Ooh.
The young boys. They
Yo.
did their thing. You know, they was playing out there with savage veterans. But they showed that they didn't care about that. They was fearless and they handled business.
Yeah, they really did. I liked it. They weren't scared. They didn't back down.
And then back down. They didn't see no fear.
They did not. They
didn't show blood.
They surprised me. I tell you that much.
And you can't go wrong with Big Marcus. You know, he's like the
He led his team.
He led his team. He's a good general. We already talked about him, and that's the reason why they won. He got everybody in place.
So we're gonna jump into our next award. Our next award goes to, well, actually, it's for the best defender, and the best defender goes to.
Floyd.
I mean, he was out there, hey, getting to all the balls. What kind of party was it?
Block party.
Block party. That's what I told you. Cause, hey, he was reaching. He was trying to give everybody a high five every time they took a shot.
Celebration.
Celebration.
What movie was Denzel in this year? What was it called?
I can't remember. What was it?
Fences.
Fences.
Because he just like a fence. He could get past him. He could get past
He
him. He was nominated. He could get past him.
Superman is in the building.
Superman is in the building.
He was there. He checked in that day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So good job.
Keep up the good job, Floyd.
Good job with that. So the moment we've been waiting for
Drum roll.
is actually for the player of the week, and that is.
Big Marcus. We
Big
just
Marcus.
got done talking about him and his team. You know, Big Marcus, he deserved this MVP spot, and it's well deserved. I like how he took initiative and listened to his elders, and he went out there and did his job. He got in the paint. He wasn't scared. He was physical, and he did his thing. He was overall general out there on the court.
Yeah, he really was. I'm very, very impressed at his game this week. Keep it up. Please keep it up.
Keep it up. You keep it up, you could be on here 5 more times as MVP. Because seems like nobody else want it.
At this stage, like Floyd, our recent MVP.
MVP dropped 3 spots.
He might be number 7 next week.
Yeah, keep it up.
I don't know about that, but
Floyd played Connect 4 or Jenga. He just kept going. Going down.
So speaking, we're gonna get back to that because I know the big debate that we were talking about was the best guard and the best big man in the league. So I want to get back to the best guard situation. So if you're looking at it in a standpoint, who would you say? I'm gonna ask you first, Patrick. Is the best guard in the league at this point in time?
Well, I really can't tell you, but I got some categories right here that could be nominated as best guards. It's definitely not Trey. You have some candidates right here. You have Dylan, and you have Renzo, and you have Sly. We were just talking about Sly as the best passer. I don't see how he's not on the best guard list.
So you would take for last week, you would not nominate Trey. So if you didn't have Trey, who would you select as your best guard?
I would select Sly or
you only can have one person that can win it. So if it wasn't Trey, you would have picked Sly to be your best guard.
Yes.
So you're saying Sly had a better week?
It's not about the. It's not about the better week. I'm talking about can he consistently do it. I don't think Trey consistently keep that position up. You know.
I still think Trey is the best guard right now.
For last week, I believe Trey was the best guard.
Okay, I give y'all this. Since y'all won't get off my back about it for last week.
You don't have to cave in.
I'm not caving in. I'm not caving in because you right. He was the best guard for last week, and that's probably the only week we're gonna see him there in that position. But I just think it was better guards.
But okay, so
that does their job. That's like disrespecting the guards. You know, all that hard work. He wasn't just the only guard out there on the court.
Okay, so let me make this easier for you. All right, so let's rank the guards not just for last week, but entirely in the league. How would you rank them? So we have, I'll name them out for you. We have, this is no particular order. I'm just going to name the guards we have in the league. We have Dylan, Renzo. We have Trey, Nate. Who else? We have Sly. We have Bradley. And we have DeMarco. Those are the top 7 that we have in the league right now. And then sometimes you might trickle in like the new entry, Freddie. Dean. We have Dean that's in the list as well. 12, I missed him, and D. So out of those,
Did you name light skinned Marcus?
yes, he was in there.
Okay, from experience, who I played with when I was out there, and who I think is the best point guard in this order, I can't name them all because I don't remember them. But top 3 is light skinned Marcus, Sly, and Nate. Those are the best 3 point guards out there to me, who I played with and experienced with.
I would have to say my top 3 would be Trey, Nate, and Sly. That would be my top 3.
Those not bad selections, but I'm just speaking off of experience.
So no love for Renzo. Renzo is actually the top.
If I could get,
But see, I haven't.
Renzo would be my 4th. Renzo would be my 4th.
He will be my 4th too, only because I like his game. But I haven't played with Renzo to know if he's the best point guard. But seeing from eye to eye,
playing experience, you don't have to play with somebody that actually. I mean, you can actually. I haven't been on the court, and I can see somebody play.
Did you just hear me, J.Neal? I said from eye vision, Renzo will be on my 4th spot. But from experience, I already got my top 3. If you can't beat experience, because when you're out there on the court, it's a whole different thing from the eye test.
I don't know. I disagree with. I disagree with both of you. So, if I was to choose out of the best guards all around in the league, my top 3 will go to. I would probably have to say. I would say Sly. I would pick Sly as number 1. Number 2, I would say Renzo. And number 3, I would probably have to give it to Nate. That would be my top 3. And to round out my top 5, I would probably have to say after Nate, it would be. I'll probably say Bradley. And then to round out the top 5.
I don't see Bradley as a point guard. He's more like a shooting guard.
But the guards are all together.
He reminds me of Ray. He reminds me of Ray Allen out there.
Yeah,
he sets picks for him and he comes off the screen and
we're
shoots.
not just talking about point guards. We're talking about guards, shooting guards, and point guards together.
Well, y'all gonna have to separate them.
So I mean, again, I'll go back to mine. So again, I had Bradley at number 4, number 4, and then number 5. I will probably go ahead and put. That's a tough one.
You want to say short Marcus? DeMarcus? Is either between them or him or
I would change that. So instead of putting Bradley at number 4, I would put him at my top 5, and then I'll put DeMarcus Wilkins at number 4. So I would have Sly, Renzo, Nate, DeMarcus, Bradley.
You don't like light skinned Marcus?
That's DeMarcus Wilkins. I would have him number 4. So again, it's Sly, Renzo, Nate, DeMarcus, Bradley.
I can't argue with that. Argue with that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I can't argue with that.
I wouldn't think anyone. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not on the court, but just seeing it from the outside looking in, that would be the top 5 in the league, in my opinion.
Well, I like your list, but it's just one thing. Nate, I would switch Nate for D, Fast D, the fast point guard.
So you wouldn't have Nate in the top 5.
You wouldn't have Nate in your top 5?
He'll be honorable mention.
Whoa.
And I played with Nate, but he know how to control the.
Are you feeling well? Because I mean, Nate is at least top 3.
He's one of the best guards.
Really, Nate was just put in that position. His natural instinct is not to run the court, but he does a very good job at that position. But he'll be honorable mention. It'll be a toss up between him and D.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I don't even think Nate and D, and no disrespect to D, I don't think they're in the same category.
Well, that's my opinion.
It is your opinion, and we're gonna keep it at that. That's your opinion. Let's get off the guards, cause I don't know what to say. But I'm so baffled about you not.
Well, get over it.
All right, we'll get off of that.
So, y'all in your feelings. You're supposed to be the mediator. It's supposed to be me and his job to be the ones that be talking.
But I'm really baffled that you would have Nate and D in the same conversation.
Well, we'll see. We'll see next Wednesday, and we'll see what they have to say about it. Cause I'm right.
I beg to differ, but we're gonna get off that subject and go on to the big man, the big man category. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see about ranking them in the league as well. So again, I'm gonna ask you, and I'll start with you. Who would you rank as your top five big man in the league? Starting off with number one. Who is the best big man in the league? Not going by last week. I'm talking about in general.
Well, this is kind of like an up and down. It changes from day to day. One minute you have Floyd being the best big man, Jarvis, you know, Marcus, you know, anybody. But my top five would have to be not in particularly any
Well,
order.
that's what I wanted
Yeah.
in order. Who is in order from one to five, the big man in the league?
Well, I don't know. I'm about to give it to the NBA expert.
Well, before he answers, I'll give it to you. Here's how I have it, and I'll explain each one for you. My top five in the league will go like this. I will put Jared as number one. Reason being, Jared is the best, in my opinion, is the best guard. I mean, not guard, the best big man out there. Simply because one, he can actually post up.
Mhm.
Two, he's one of the few, if not only the one actually you have to guard him outside of the paint. He can actually shoot outside of the paint. So I'm gonna put Jared. I'll put Floyd next, simply because Floyd is an old school post up player. He can actually post up. He hustles and he can get the ball and he can rebound. So I'll pick Floyd anytime on my team as well. Third, I would have to. That's a toss up, but I think I would go with Jarvis as being number three. Number four will go to I'll put Big Marcus above Ricky. So it'll go Jared, Floyd, Jarvis, Big Marcus, and then I'll round it out number five with Ricky.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. That's my list too.
Okay, so now we agree.
I would have to say
For this particular category, we agree.
Okay.
for number one, I would have to say Floyd. Even though he did drop off
Mhm.
this week, I
Whoa.
still like him over Jared.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna have to come in on you.
Okay. I have to go with Jared. And then after Jared, I have to go with Big Marcus, and then Jarvis, and then I really don't know about that fifth one.
Okay.
Well, I have a problem with your number one pick. Clearly, he's not working hard enough. He dropped three spots. And I was about to pick Floyd as my top big man, but what really irks me about Floyd is he misses too many easy buckets. Like, that's unacceptable. Then when when I got to Jared, broke it down real good. He got an outside game and he's got good post-up moves. And that done it for me.
I just don't. I would rather go with Floyd overall.
Okay, so let me ask both of you guys this. If you were going to start a team right now and they had to select a big man as your first round draft pick, out of the big man in the league we have today, who would you pick number one to start your team with?
Now, whoa, you doing too much now. Start a team with?
It's a simple question. So if you had a big man to choose in the league to start off with, your number one pick out there, who would you pick?
Start my team with. I would have to go with Jared because he has an outshot shot like Kevin Love, and he got a post-up move like Zach Randolph.
So you'll pick Jared.
I would have to agree with you. Even though Floyd, I like Floyd the better player. Jared has.
See,
better,
that's what threw me off. I like
better.
Floyd as a better player, but if we looking at skills for your team,
he has
a shot.
Yeah, he has basically he almost has everything.
And when he best passer like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
he can pass the ball. He reminds me of what's that big man from the Timberwolves?
The big cat.
The big cat.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Carl Anthony Towns. He reminds me of Carl Anthony Towns because he got a outside shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he reminds me of Marcus Gasol because he could pass. And he reminds me of Zebo because he got good post moves.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the three categories I'm looking for to start a team. Now, best player, I like Floyd's skill wise.
Yeah.
You know, from looking, he has a lot he can work on.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a great star in the future. But for right now, if I want to start my team, I'll pick Jared as my number one big man.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would agree.
I wouldn't. I mean, I can't disagree with that because I would have chosen Jared. And then following. Okay, I could put Floyd as number two. I would have picked him as number two. But
Well, as big men, you have to have a shot in today's NBA. And Floyd right now doesn't have a shot. If he get that shot down pat, he can move to number one. But till then, he doesn't have a shot. His shot is like DeAndre Jordan.
But would you think he would make up not having a shot at other abilities that the other big men do not have, or do you think that
Well,
compensates?
If you want to get that number one spot, if Floyd want to get that number one spot, he has to have the three categories I named for Jared. And right now he doesn't. He can't pass real good. He's not a real good passer. He passed willingly, but he's not a good passer. And he doesn't have an outside shot, and that's what you need in today's NBA. That's why you see Dwight Howard's career is not doing too well as it is, because he does not shoot. That's why he's out there by himself.
Well, with Floyd, I will agree with you that he does need the shot. However, I don't think that makes him any less or equal to the other players on the team. Now, as far as passing, I think he's maybe under Jared as the second best big man that can actually pass.
I have to put Big Marcus ahead of you.
I don't see that.
I mean, he's a stubborn passer, but if he gives up the ball when he knows he doesn't have a shot,
I still think
in a good positions to get his players better shots, and I don't see that for Floyd.
I still think that Floyd is a more willingly passer than Marcus. I don't think Floyd has to score or he needs to score in order to be a proficient basketball player. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's my opinion, J.Neal. You can either like it or kick
You
rocks.
have a lot of opinions.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get mad at me, J.Neal. That's what you brought me on the show for, didn't you?
That's why you're there, and that's why I'm here. So.
Who would you say, Robert? There's number two.
Number two, I'm really not going to get into it.
Now remember, today's NBA, you got to have a shot.
Yeah,
And plus, he don't have that Kareem. That Kareem hook shot was just like a shot. He doesn't have
Is
that.
that what he's known for? Is his patented hook shot?
I wouldn't say he's known for it, but he definitely does it.
You're on one today, Patrick.
Hey, that's how it be. I'm just keeping it real. Here on Game of Course, just keeping it real on Game of Course.
That's what we do. We keep it real on Game of Course. You are right about that.
Yeah.
So
you know what? Really, why I'm going hard at Floyd, because he pissed me off. How you gonna drop from 3 spots? That just doesn't sit for me. That doesn't sit for me.
take the floor again.
I already said what I had to say. How can Floyd drop 3 spots? It's just not right. We were just giving him all the glory last week about the MVP.
Yeah.
Speak on it, Robert.
I mean,
you agree with me?
Yeah, I do agree with you.
Don't force them to agree with you.
He just said he agrees. How am I forcing him?
I mean, I do. I may not feel as emotional as he is right now, but I do agree that he really did disappoint me this week. Like I didn't expect this for us to give him all this praise for doing so great for him to fall.
But it was only 3 spots. So did you want him? So would you say the same thing if he came in, or if he was ranked? He's number 4.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say the same thing if he came in maybe number 3, number?
To tell you the truth, we wouldn't even really be talking about Floyd if he was still the MVP. It's just sad that we gave him all that praise and he fell 3 spots. You know, if you fall 3 spots in the NBA, you're pretty much done. You're out of the league. Somebody else is calling you. Somebody else taking your position. If you're a valuable key player, you cannot fall from nothing. You just can't do it.
He was not the only one that actually failed last week. Again, Floyd.
But we're on the category of big men, and that's the topic we're on.
Okay, so again, he wasn't the only big man that actually failed last week. Jared failed 3 spots as well. Jared is number 7.
But we gave Jared praise because you just asked if we had to start a team. He has 3 categories that I would choose to start a team, and that's the only reason. But he was never MVP. He was. Floyd was.
You all right about that? So it's just funny to me how you are getting upset that he dropped 3 spots.
Hey, if that was me out there, I would never drop 3 spots. I could see maybe 1.5, 1, but not 3.
Maybe that's why you're not on the court anymore.
Hey, let's check the differences that allow me not to be on the court. That's neither here nor there.
Right, so we're gonna get off that subject for a little bit and actually talk about some other things as well. So some other people actually fell off the list. I'm pretty sure you have that list there for you. I was kind of surprised Dylan fell off. He was number 6 last week, and he's nowhere to be found on this week.
Nowhere to be found.
Dylan kind of reminds me of Ricky Rubio. You know, he's good one week, and the next week he's Casper. You don't see him, and he's not starring in no movie.
I like that.
That was nice. That was nice.
What I have to say for Dylan is that he just have to show up a little bit more. He can't be on and off like a oven. He has to be cooking all times. He's a campfire. Once you throw him with that campfire, you can blow it out. That's what he is right now.
He came in at number 6, so I'm hoping that he'll show up next week. So
If he came in at number 6, that means he dropped at least about 4 spots.
Yeah.
And that cannot happen, Dylan. Step your game up. You got to know when you're hot and when you're cold. Last week you was cold, and what you do when you're cold, you either get easy shots or you pass the ball. That's why we're not really supposed to be talking about you right now, because you're not on this list. But we had to bring it up.
Oh man, you talking about like that?
You're kind of harsh this week, Patrick.
That's what you brought me on the show for, J.Neal. Game of course. We don't bullshit.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of that,
Am I on the wrong show or not? I thought that's what you brought me in for. I'm feeling kind of weird. Y'all supposed to be talking about the players, and y'all going soft on the players.
I'm not. I speak my mind.
Yeah, we're speaking our mind. You were on these courts, so you just have a little bit more emotion, and you might have an upper hand on how everything feels. So.
I do.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you guys brought that in. It actually ties into what I was getting ready to say. Dean actually was number 10 last week, and I guess you had some harsh words for him last week, and he actually didn't make the list this week.
Well, Dean, I kind of apologize, because it's really not your fault.
Wait, what did you say? You what?
I apologize.
Oh, okay.
And that's rarely word. You might get that from me one time, and that's it. I apologize. You know, only really problem I have with Dean's game is he needs to shoot more. That's the only thing I said. I don't see what's wrong with that. He needs to shoot more. He's a good rebounder. He's a great willing passer, and that's it. And he's a good defender.
Really is a good defender. Yeah, he really is.
He's not a great defender. He's a good defender.
He's good.
He doesn't he stays on his man. You know.
Yeah. He can handle.
He doesn't give up points. He's not like a really liability to his team.
Yeah. He can hold his own.
Yeah, the only liability is when you got an opportunity to shoot. That's all I have to say about Dean. But if you want to get back into the top 10, Dean, you gotta work a little bit harder than that.
So that's it for Dean. I think it was someone else actually. It was Jarvis actually was number 7 last week. I don't think he actually. I think he actually injured himself last week and actually fell out the top 10 for this week.
I hope Jarvis get well soon, big fella. Hope to see you out there on the court this weekend.
Was there anyone else actually fill out the top 10, Patrick?
Thanks to Quail.
Your teammate.
Yeah, Taquel. Yeah, tell us. Did you notice anything different on the court about him this week?
He just wasn't hitting shots. He was out there lollygagging, acting goofy. He wasn't doing his job. You know, I guess he's not really up to competition. It was better competition. Not to say that he shouldn't do his job, because I got that same thing about Floyd.
Yeah.
You can't say it can't be all about blaming the competition. If you're competitive, you step up your game.
Yeah.
I agree with you with that. So, speaking of competitiveness, and we want to just get off subject real quick. You spoke about being a competitor. There's still people in the league that you play with. Who was your best competitor that you played against?
He's not on this list, but speaking of on this list, I would have to say best competitor I played with or played against is Sly, Light Skin Marcus, and Jarvis. Those are the top 3. And Jared, I can't forget about Jared and Nate. Those are the top 3.
Yeah, you forgot about a few people.
Who did I forget, J.Neal?
I mean,
What you just said, you forgot about.
But I said them.
Yeah, but you forgot. You said you forgot.
Okay, so
I forget.
we'll break it down for you. So, if you had to pick one, who was your best competitor that you played against?
Best competitor I played against is let me see.
They don't have to be on the list. I'm talking about in general in the league that play right now. So you named Nate, Jared, Sly, and Jarvis. Out of those 4, who would you say was your best competitor?
I really don't see no competition out there to tell you the
That was
truth.
Shane.
He said name one fool.
Who you got with food?
You come on.
Is
You
it
got
that-
all the people. You got to name one.
You know what you look like?
That's
You look like a big fat one for every fool.
All right, then. That's cool with me. You like an old retired one.
I got hurt. You know about that, NBA expert. You know that.
Uh-huh.
You know that.
Pick one.
If I have to pick one,
Thank you.
I would say Jared.
Okay.
He was kind of hard to handle when I was playing.
I'll give you that. All right, so we're off all those topics, but I'm still baffled with you with the whole Renzo, Nate, and D situation. I wanted to get back to you with that because that's what's bothering me. I think probably maybe bothering Robert.
Yeah.
So
How'd you leave Nate out?
I'm still confused. Before we go off the air,
I said
just want
Nate.
you to.
No, you didn't.
I said Renzo. You said the best people I played against or played with.
No, we're
No.
off that. I'm
We're off
talking about
that.
we're back on the guard.
The guards.
So when I named my top guard,
I said Renzo.
No, you didn't say
And
Nate.
then I said Nate for honorable mention.
but honorable mention.
No, honorable mention.
Hey, I just see probably for that weekend. He just didn't do it for me.
Man, I don't see that.
I don't need it, Robert. Really, honorable mention.
I feel some type of way here.
I'm not trying to gain up for him. I'm just
I
trying
bet
to.
you Nate feels some type of way
He
right
might.
now.
Nate, he's not a crybaby. He know how to take good criticism coming from a former friend. He knows that I wouldn't do anything to disrespect his game.
Former friend.
Yeah,
So y'all not friends now?
I'm talking about former friends in the league. I'm
Oh,
not in the
okay.
league no more.
Okay.
We still keep in touch.
Okay, okay.
You trying to have a problem with me and my friend?
Well, I mean, you said he was a former friend.
What I meant to say is former NBA friend.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should have Nate on the show next week.
Maybe.
Mm.
Because I think he would agree with me. He's not a salty player. He would agree with me.
Sound like you a salty analyst right now.
So you think
I'm not the one with high blood pressure.
Yes, I do. I love my bacon. I love my bacon.
We can see.
Yeah.
Oh my. All right, you guys. So I thank you again for joining us for another edition of Game of Court. Hopefully we'll see new players actually make the list next week, and hopefully we might see some people that remain the same. Again, I'm J.Neal. This is Patrick Simpson, our two-time Legacy Classic champion, our NBA expert, Robert Lamkin. Until then, catch us on the flip side.
Get this picked out my face.
Really? Nate didn't make it.
No, they did not make it.
Mm-hmm.
He was honorable mention.
I don't see that.
That means somebody slipped up. He was in there.
I don't know what you're talking about, Nick. Take my mic off.
Smart Sound.